messages can go through, we have to make sure we're not hitting this limit. And like even just by throttle, even just by changing like yeah. So like so the other thing that was occurring to me is that like instead of only limiting the tweets to above level like level 10 and above, we could make it so that you just don't get one like every level. Like there are those key levels like where you get well here let's look at the so it's game data level messages like yeah, so we could have it so that like the first one that you just like start getting these level messages at like level 10 or whatever. um but then I mean the other thing we could do is that like there are these specific messages that have like that like have the gifts attached, and maybe like we only send those out, or like I don't know. I don't like any of these options really. Um, hmm. Yeah, I guess for now I'll just do the simple thing, which is if new level is greater than or equal to 9. So we'll just start sending out these tweets at level 9. Sad. Sadness. Well, so there is another thing that we could do. But yeah, so what happens if we do hit the what happens if we do hit the limit on these things? Uh, what happens if you hit a limit? If you do reach a limit, we'll let you know with an error message telling you that the limit's been hit. For limits that are time-based, like direct messages, you'll be able to try again after the time limit has elapsed. If the tweet limit of 2,400 updates per day is further broken down... Wait. The tweet limit of... Yeah. If you hit your account update a few hours after the limit period has elapsed. Um, so... I mean, the other thing that we could do is, like, we could defer the level messages. Instead of just, like, yeah, because, like, hypothetically, even with, even if we do restrict it to, like, only level 9 and above, then, like, that doesn't mean that we can't hit the limit. It just means that it's less likely that we'll hit the limit. And so the game will become, like, equally unusable or, like, unplayable via Twitter if this limit gets hit for whatever reason. So, I mean, the other thing that we could do is we could have like a separate. We could we can have a separate app on like a completely separate account that handles these things, and like that. I don't know. This is annoying. I no, this is just kind of annoying. I could but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should just instrument like multiple accounts. Um, because like yeah, just the fact that like I can hit this limit at all makes me want to not hit this limit at all. So like maybe I should just have like a bunch of different accounts, and then like I feel like this is like really super turbo dumb, because like I feel like the reason that they're putting these limits in is so that like you only hit like I feel like the reason that they'd be putting these limits in is so that you you don't like I don't know. I assume they don't want you to just like work around the limits by like making multiple accounts like until you know. But like I don't know what else to do necessarily. So like so I'm thinking basically like Trusty Bard will like Trusty Bard will be like the sole voice of like the game. And then I'll just make like other accounts like and those other accounts will be like basically they'll just be like a small army of trusty bards, and like some like one of the, I don't know, that seems jank though. Like I don't like that actually. Because it's basically just like a really cruddy like janky version of like what I'd want to be actually doing. And like so like it's just annoying that like Twitter's like, "Oh yeah, sure, do the cruddy janky version that's like functionally identical to what you want to do, but you can't do what you want to do. You can't do what you want to do. You can use exactly as much data as you as if you were doing the thing that you want to do, but you can't do the thing that you want to do. It has to be cruddy janky, which is just annoying. I mean, the other thing that I could do is like I could just like invent like a whole cast of characters. Like so there's Trusty Bard, right? And so like basically I'd want like other accounts, you know, like I'd want at least like one other account. So Trusty Bard's the storyteller, and then like maybe I'll make up a character like who's like basically like the I don't know, like the HR guy for the adventuring party, and like so it's the HR guy's job to tell people when they level up. Maybe, I don't know. Um, and like the HR guy, I guess, could be responsible for because there's also the link notifications. So maybe there's another person who's responsible for like the link notification. I don't know. Like maybe like I know SideQuest doesn't have to run like it doesn't have to handle like I'm not at danger of hitting these limits now. But I don't want to make a game that's going to break one day. I don't want to make a game that's going to like do okay for a while and then one day just like die and stop working. Like that's not a good plan in my mind. So yeah, that's definitely gonna go in the backlog. I guess like should I do the tweet queue priority? Because like maybe I'll just instead of doing the tweet queue priority, just like do the multi account thing instead. Yeah, because it's kind of a similar thing. So so yeah, let's go with so instead of tweet queue priority, let's go with uh more Twitter accounts, I guess. Yeah. um Weird. I hope this works. Because like if it, yeah, for some reason it just never occurred to me. Like the only reason that I'm not using like faves in Twitter, like with the Twitter, see, I was gonna use faves to indicate like when a tweet was registered correctly, like when I mean like I decided not to because hypothetically all the tweets get registered, and so there's Trusted Bard would just be like faving like everything. But the reason I didn't even try and use faves for anything is that I there is a hard limit on how many faves you can do in a certain time period, and I didn't want to hit that limit eventually. So I guess if I have like I don't know, maybe I could like uh I could bring back faves, I guess, or I could actually like implement faves with more Twitter accounts. Like, I could have like so like I could have like someone I could have like a so yeah, like I can have like an army of I can basically like have a small army of Twitter accounts, and so like for like tweeting out the level updates, levels 1 through 9, like there can just be like actually, no. Maybe it should just be like a small army of Twitter accounts, and like each of these messages just like come from like a random account, basically. I guess. Like so Trusty Bard is still like the main one, and all the important information comes from Trusty Bard, because like Trusty Bard will be the one that you'd follow hypothetically if you wanted to like actually play SideQuest on Twitter, and then you wouldn't really have to follow the entire army of like other accounts, because they would just be used for they would just be used for the these random messages. Like whenever we send out one of these messages, we would just randomly like pick one of the accounts in this army, and then so yeah, so like the expectation wouldn't necessarily be that you like follow all of these characters, but just that these characters like act as like voices in the game, I guess. I don't know, it's weird. This is weird, but I just don't see a way around it, right? Like I just don't see like basically what these rate limits mean is that Twitter apps don't scale. Twitter apps just don't scale. They scale up to a certain point and then they just like stop. Then there's just like a ceiling, which is annoying. I don't know. Like I understand that they're trying to like discourage abuse, but like they're also not really discouraging abuse because like as we've described, like it's really in fact really easy to work around. So I don't know. Sorry, I'm still feeling a bit parched. Not as bad as before. I'm getting there. Um, okay, so I can close some of these things. Do do do. All right, so what is up on the agenda? What am I actually working on right now? Luck-based events, yeah, outcomes are kind of stupid. Oh, I haven't restarted the script. The script is still off. Let's restart the script. Original true, do Twitter true. Not that I actually plan on using Twitter right now, but you never know. Alright, let's move this into place and make the graphics look stupid for just a moment. And we'll put this over here. Yeah, so the quick fix for the stupid outcomes is just that what I'm doing is I'm actually I'm only running the outcome checking for oh wait, no, this isn't, no, this is during process event. During process events, I'm only actually like checking the outcome of a luck-based events if stage equals 1. Stage 1 is not when we're just like doing intermittent processing, but when we're doing the final processing at the end of the event. And I guess I could just like change it so that, right, so what was it before? It was like hark, you, whoa, wait a second. Oh no, maybe this isn't the problem. No, yeah, it's just that the outcome's not working correctly. O sort, index 0, index 1. Outcome equals O sort. Oh. Right. No, it doesn't equal that. It equals, what does it equal? Cur-ev. What do I set outcomes to be? Oh, wow, no, a lot of these are broken. Yeah, because it's not like APOP, it's not like OSORT, it's not any of these things. Oh yeah, so all of these are broken, actually. So it's not just the luck-based events, actually. It's that, what is it? This is supposed to be, so it's not just supposed to be top list winning value, it's supposed to be, cur-ev dot, outcomes? No, actions, index, top list, winning value, blah, 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 plus 1. Yeah. So, yeah, so for luck and luck X, it's indexing it as this plus 1. For tilt, it's also plus 1. And then for tilt, again, it's +1. Excuse me. But then for even, it's +5. Because even uses the latter half of the so it was this thing that we looked at earlier, so these are our possible outcomes. So it's generic lose, action win 1, action win 2, action win 3, generic win, action lose 1, action lose 2, action lose 3. So events type luck and tilt use this half, and events type even use this half. So that's why so we index so if this is for the action specific one, so the first winning action specific win, it starts at index 1 and it goes 1 2 3, and then the first action specific lose starts at 5 and is 5 6 7. So yes. Oh, Cur-Ev actions. Wait, what do we do for adlib, though? Oh, I just didn't even do that at all. I just did not even handle that at all. Okay, so there's that too. Cool. All right, well let me finish updating this and then I'll go back and update that. All right, I just have one more. So Cur-Ev actions plus 5. Yeah. Okay. Right. Because okay, here we go. If outcome, okay, so I'm doing that part. So if outcome not 0 or 4, if the Cur-Ev is adlib, then it doesn't matter about the other things. Oh no, wait a second. I am doing this. I'm doing this down here. Oh yeah, okay. Oh no, I'm a crazy person. Yeah, no, I intentionally was not doing this. Yeah. Yeah, no, I was intentionally not doing this. So actually, what is going wrong here? Oops. All right. So yeah, what is actually going on here? Right. So we do, yeah. So we calculate it and we use the action tags and everything, and then right. So yeah. So we say, so down here, if Cur-Ev effective type in even x, then outcome equals +5. Else, yeah. So this is the exact same thing that we were just doing up there, right? So why is this not working? Cur-Ev.actions outcome +1. Oh, I'm just gonna, just for simplicity, I'm gonna say Cur-Ev effective type in a list of luck, or a tuple of luck x, and free. It's just a little less. So it just reads a little easier this way, I think. Yeah. Okay. And this is the same thing down here. Okay. Functionally equivalent, but just a little bit cleaner. Okay, so why is this not working? Outcome equals Cur-Ev.actions index outcome +1. So yeah, I really don't see anything here as to like why it wouldn't be working. So let's just get some like let's get some deets on like let's just get some more like information like happening as to, like what we have going on here. So like so let's after we do all this stuff, let's say print uh uh outcomes let's print what was outcome tag and outcome. And then is there anything else that we need to do? I'm just scrolling up through the chat logs just to see if there were any other events that like didn't have outcome text. So like I'm looking through some of yesterday's text too. Seems like a lot of them worked. Alright, so actually, hold on, let me keep track of this. So let's see. We have so we had a bunch of archer events. Okay. I'm looking specifically for the events that actually had conclusions. Because a lot of, I don't know, just like when I'm testing stuff, you know, I tend to stop and restart stuff a lot, so they don't all conclude. Okay. So for the manner is event type 2, and that one did work. It said you were reorganize your pack, check in with Hero Adventures. So that was an action-specific outcome, and it did work correctly. So type 2 action-specific outcome did work correctly. So what is this? Broken Stairway. That is oh, actually, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. The manor is event type 3, and it did work with an action-specific outcome. The staircase is event type 2, and it also worked with an action-based outcome. So today, okay, event type 3, which was the lanterns, and that did work with an event type with an action-specific outcome. Again, we got the manor that worked with an action-specific outcome. But then we got the event type 1, which was the interior, the manor interior, and that one didn't. That one did not work with the action specific outcome. So that just seems really weird. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try and like so the event that's happening right now is event type 3 or 4. No, it's event type. Excuse me. No, it's event type 2. I'm a silly person. And I'm gonna intentionally like fail it. So on one account with BinRebot, I'm gonna say, what are the options? Sell or smash. So BinRebot is gonna sell them, and I'm going to smash them. So, because I just want to see, like, if we can fail the mission correctly. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, it's not going to fail. It's actually going to succeed. Because my accounts don't have an even amount of influence. Darn it. BinRebot, you jerk, not having enough influence to trash this event. Alright, well, that's not going to be a good test case, but whatever. Oh, you know what I'll test instead? Is what happens if everyone unregisters. I've never tested that before. So, like, the event has been now played, and it will conclude, but everyone has, like, withdrawn their participation from the event. I'm just curious to see. I don't think I've actually ever seen this happen before. It's a pretty uncommon outcome, but I don't know. I'm just curious. Maybe I changed it so that it actually does get unregistered. Like when the last player unregisters, it actually like untoggles, like it unrings that bell. But I don't know. I'm just curious. Uh, all right, so we have like the outcome data that we're printing out here. I mean, there is one other possible explanation, which is, oh, I was gonna say, yeah. So like, cur dot outcomes dot get uh, outcome comma empty string or like so not applicable, I guess. So that's in the case that the outcome is not actually in the cur of outcomes blah blah whatever. Okay. Uh, yeah, maybe I did change it so that the event doesn't conclude if everyone unregisters their participation. All right, so let's do what? Um, hmm. Yeah, I guess I really don't know where to start in terms of fixing that right now. Um, so I'll probably restart the script in a short time, and we'll just we'll have more information to work with, I guess. Because like it either has to be that well, so let's glance quickly at like how this, because it either has to be that something's going wrong here with the outcome, causing it to not have that text get printed out, or it could be the other possibility is that it's like not getting loaded incorrectly. I don't know why that would be the case, but uh, it seems feasible, I guess. So like so if event name dot type in even x outcome list starts initializes at 4, and then it sorry, it just occurred to me. Actually, it occurred to me the other day, but I didn't do it the other day. I am going to do it now, though. I'm going to just say for I in range length blah blah blah. Instead of I plus 1, it's going to be I plus 1 plus outcome list index 0. Because that's this is the functionally equivalent to saying 1 or 5. Because 1 plus 0 is 1, and 1 plus 4 is 5. So, yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything wrong here, so like I could change how the I could change the data format for the luck-based events, because the funny thing about the luck-based events is that they well, your Lauren has one, Street Peddler. There's like for luck-based events, line 5 is always going to be blank because there is no neutral outcome. It's like every outcome is always action-based. And I had been thinking like, oh well, I could get rid of this blank line. Like, there's no reason to have to keep that there. And then like I would actually be loading those things in differently, but I didn't do that. I just kept the blank line, and I don't know. So like, hold on, wait. Let me double check something real quick. So when it happened that, yeah, so low nice books. Yeah, so the reason I realized, or what I realized, is that like it's not that that whole chunk is failing to process. Like, that was my first thought, is that like that whole block like wasn't even processing. But like nice books, like the only way like it could have been nice books instead of like just like books, uh is if that block had activated, because it's inside that block that for event type 1, for each event it's randomly chosen that the bonus for that event will either be or for the bonus for that action will be either like nice, perfect, or neither of those things. If that block had not activated at all, then it only would have been just books. Like there's no, it wouldn't have been nice. So I don't know. Okay. Let's Oh, you know what? I'm gonna like small change that I'm just gonna make that uh it was just gonna be slightly helpful for me is sayq dot get yeah. Before we say next say, let's print next say. Just so that way the thing print next say. That way the things that Trusty Bard says in chat also will show up in our log here, because like in chat I can only scroll up so high, but I keep these log files for like, you know, the title as it runs, so sometimes it'll be more, you know, I can scroll up to the very beginning of the script and I can go back and like look at other previous versions of it too, so that'll be helpful. Okay, I'm gonna restart the script now because clearly like the cell smash thing got unregistered correctly, and oops. My other monitor started freaking out. Sometimes it's hard to control two computers with the same mouse. You get like weird results, but alright, yeah, so I'm gonna stop the script. I'll give it a second to cool off, and then nah, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna hello, valid syntax. Oh, whoops, yeah, not enough parentheses. Oh no, actually, too many parentheses. I don't need this one anymore. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna activate away mode, and I just want to get events type 1 specifically. Oh, so maybe I should cheat it to go to events type 1. So, next, what event is this? Yeah, it's not event type 1. So next yeah, so instead of just choosing randomly, let's say it is always binary slash one-offs slash meadow. We'll choose this as the test case because it is an event type 1. So sorry, I'm gonna restart the script actually. Activate away mode again. We'll find ourselves in a meadow on a ship somehow. Whatever. Alright, so you come to a peaceful meadow. Let's pick flower, and I'll get Binrybot in on the action, and Binrybot will cower. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, so I'm just curious to, yeah, I really don't know what to expect from this, but so while that test is running, all right, yeah, so I have to figure this out, and I have to do more Twitter accounts. I mean, I don't have to. It's not like urgent. I don't have to do that right now. But it is like everything on this list is like stuff that I'd like to do, whereas this is something that I know I need to do at some point. So I might do that. I might end up doing that one next. Excuse me. I should have a way to like make the events end faster, so I don't just have to like sit here and like wait for the events to end. I could start making more Twitter accounts, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna switch over to Facecam You get to look at my beautiful mug. And oh gosh, what's happening with my hair right now? I yeah. All right. Well, whatever. So I'm just gonna be going on Twitters and making accounts now, I guess. Let's see. Uh, so let's whoa. They changed their like starting page. It's not like Twilight Cricket anymore. Um, I guess like all right. Anyways, not that it's important. I wasn't expecting that. All right, sign up. New to Twitter. Uh, oh yeah. So I need I was probably gonna want like unique email accounts and stuff like that for like. I should probably do this like maybe I should do this like offline because this is gonna be really boring. Um, yeah, I'll probably do this offline instead. Now that I think about it. All right. Sorry. I'm just gonna log back in real quick. Oh shoot. What is Trusty Bard's Twitter password? Hold on. Sorry. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna mute the microphone. Okay, I remembered it. It was yeah. Okay. Uh, all right. So how will this event turn out? Your guess is as good as mine. How? Yeah. So okay. So it does. So outcomes. Flower won. Many lovely bouquets were made. Look at that. Look at that. It all of that data is correct. Flower is the correct answer because the reason it went with flower instead of cower is that Binri has more influence than Binri bot, even though they both turned out nice. So it did choose everything correctly. It even knows the correct outcome. So why on earth for this event does it not? What the crump? It's like it just forgets. It just forgets the part where it actually says like the thing. Um, and only for like this event type? Like what the heck? Why isn't it forgetting for like other event types? Uh, that's just really weird to me. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna stop the script. Sorry, because I'm gonna bring it back up soon and have it run for real. Uh, and who knows? Maybe we'll be able to fix this by the time we bring it back. That makes no sense to me. Where is it that we actually add this outcome into like the string? Where is it? It's like outro string, right? Outro. Where's the outro string? Outro string. Uh, if outcome in cur ev outcomes. If not cur ev live. If outcome in cur ev outcomes. So if one in cur ev outcomes, and clearly one is in cur ev outcomes because it was able to come up with the text many lovely bouquets were made. Um, but yeah, this is where the magic happens. So what the what? What the what? What? Is outcome Like getting reset somehow? No, that doesn't make sense. If not cur_ev live, if outcome in cur_ev outcomes. So actually, hold on. I'm gonna say so print so outcomes uh so print it's like I don't know, like outro print cur_ev dot live, just just to make sure we're making it past that check, and then print outcome, and then print cur_ev dot outcomes and then yeah, that should be fine. This should be enough to show us like what is the state of this data, such that it does or doesn't get added in. Okay, so let's run this script now, and so it'll do the meadow again, and so this time not only will we see like what it thinks the outcome data is, but also what it thinks the what this outro setup data will be. Okay, so I'm gonna frolic, and then I'm going to let's frolic. Let's go all in on this frolicking. So cool. Yeah. Maybe I'm too cynical. I find myself criticizing bugs a lot. Like, not criticizing the code because of bugs, but like when a bug occurs, like I'm like, that bug's stupid. That bug doesn't make any sense. Like, that bug shouldn't happen. And like so far I've managed to fix all of them. So like there's pretty much always like an explanation for all of it ultimately, but I don't know. I don't know. I should probably just get out of the habit of being like so embittered towards bugs, because I usually prove myself wrong eventually, and then hypothetically, if I were to look back at the time that I'd spent like bitter and like making like sarcastic remarks, I might be embarrassed, like hypothetically, if I were to look back at that. So really, I should just get out of the habit of it doing so in the first place. I don't know. It's cathartic though, because that's how I feel. I feel like yelling at the bug. I feel like blaming the bug itself. I don't know. I got started really late today. I uh, I spent the morning ran longer than I had anticipated, and then my exercise device is broken. So since I can't exercise at my desk, I've been getting in the habit of like riding my bike as like a surrogate exercise method. I don't exercise, so I don't know why. No, I do know why. I it's getting warm out, and so there are actually situations where it's like swimsuit weather. So like I'm so vain that I'm actually like exercising now. Just because it's like, because I don't know, what if I find myself at a beach one day? I don't know. Anyways. So yeah, so I actually ended up going for like a not such a long ride, but like long enough that when I got back, I was hungry again, and then I actually took a quick nap. So it's my own fault that I got such a late start today, but I I don't know, I keep feeling like either it should be much earlier in the day or I should have accomplished much more by this time. And probably both of those things are true, but here we are. All right. Whoa. 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 I think I see the problem here. If we look at the problem here is fairly quite pointed. Oh, it's so obvious too. Oh, I'm an idiot person. It's really obvious. The it became immediately apparent is that here's the outcome print and here's the outro print. It's doing the outro processing before it's doing the outcome processing. So yeah, because look at this. Process events doesn't happen until right here, but the outro business happens right here. The reason it works correctly, I guess I don't know. I might let this event run if people actually play it, but otherwise I'll restart the scripts because it's gonna be easy to fix now. The reason it works for every other event type is that for every other event type, we actually do the pre-processing. We actually like figure out the outcome in advance of the actual like final run. Um, the difference is, yeah, right. So it was only this part that's not working correctly because this is the part that we do before the outro, before process event. So all we have to do is cut this. We can get rid of this completely. We don't need that anymore. And then we just have to put it after this block here. Oops. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right. Hot. All right. Oh, this was. I think this print was part of like the. I was like, I think that was part of the. I don't remember what that was about. No, I think that was. I think that I put that print in as part of like trying to diagnose the same situation. But we're good now. All set. So I can also get rid of that outcomes print because that one's gonna get annoying. Yeah. Um. hmm. These action tags prints are kind of annoying. I kind of want to make those go away. Just because they get really spammy. Whatever, I don't care. Okay, so I'll restart the script. Oh yeah, I'm gonna restart the script now. I'll give it a little time, a little minute or two to cool off. Okay, cool. So I'm fairly certain that actually is fixed now. So more Twitter accounts I'll do later. All right, so what's up next? I could actually do link bonus badge awarding. I could not procrastinate on it any further. I could actually like just do it. That's one option. What else is in the backlog though? Stress testing. Now, as we were looking at before, now is just not a good time to do stress testing. Sundays seem like the most popular. Or it seems like, well, I don't know. Actually, maybe I think of Sunday as like the popular streaming days because like, wow, yeah. I think of Sunday as like the popular streaming day because like that's when Hearthstone tournaments take place, and those are the ones that I tend to watch. Um, but yeah, no, I'll just have to keep an eye out for big events. So far, I'd been doing all the stress testing offline, so yeah, because the thing about stress testing is that like the game's not playable during that time, so I don't know. Slightly awkward, but all right. I could just peel off a few of I could just peel off something from this list. I don't want to. So spontaneous guest GMing is the next big feature that I want to add in, but I don't know. Maybe I should just like dive in, but I know it's going to be really big, and so I'm like hesitant. A perfect circle is going to be really big. Modular environment features, it's not that big, but I might not end up doing modular environment features actually, which is difficult for me because we used to have snow in the snowy forest. It used to actually like snow actually used to fall, and I took that out because I was going to do modular environment features instead. But now if I don't actually do modular environment features, then I just got rid of that snow. Is all that happened. I don't know. We'll see. If I want to do this in a way that like doesn't mess up the frame rate, frankly. Um, which I guess is easy enough. I don't actually have to worry as much about the frame rate as I do, but I still just really don't want to hit that limit. And the modular environment features. So like, yeah. So so we used to have snow in the game, and what I realized at a certain point is that I didn't want the precipitation and like I didn't want these like if you consider snow a feature of the environment, I didn't want it to be tied just to the environment because like when I added in rain, I'd want it to be able to rain like in various different places. Like I'd want it to be able to rain at the river and rain in the forest, but like it wouldn't always be raining at the river and it wouldn't always be raining in the forest. So basically, yeah. So like with the snow as well, like I want it so that it can snow in the snowy forest, but it's not always snowing, and then maybe it can also snow other places sometimes too. So, yeah, I don't know. The tough thing is that it's a lot more draw calls and like I don't want to stress out Pygame. Pygame can only handle so much, and I just because like Pygame is the bottleneck. I just want to give it as far a wide like I just want to give it a big like I don't want to push it to that limit because like if it once it hits that limit there's nothing it can do like it has its limitations and it can't draw any faster, so that limit it's a hard limit. So all right, yawn. I don't think yawn is actually as difficult as I've been making it out to be. Um, it's also yeah, wide berth. Thank you. I think that's the phrase I was looking for. Thank you. The yawn has to do with pathfinding. It occurred to me today, like when I was biking around, I was taking a new biking route, and so I punched into like Google Maps, the destination that I wanted to get to, and it just told me what roads to go, and that's yeah, I realized that like Google Maps does it like in a really complex situation. Yawn is pathfinding in a really simple, like a relatively very simple situation, because the only pathfinding that I need to do with Yawn is to navigate this map of transitions. Because let's say we're in the river and like the GM says let's go to the cave. All I have to do is I basically have to Google Maps from the river to the cave, and so like these arrows represent valid transitions. So if I was like so if I'm side questing, like the GM tells me like let's go to the cave, I can see that the possible options are I could go from river I can either go to forest or village. If I go to village, I can go to snow and then to mountains and then to cave. But if I go to forest, I can go to mountains and to cave. So basically, the yawn command needs to do that. It needs to take a start. It needs to know the current destination or the current location. It needs to take a destination and it has to pathfind to that destination. It does other stuff too because it doesn't just like say cave. It just what it does is it queues up a series of transitions. So it queues up like forest as the next transition, then mountain as the next transition, and then cave as the next transition after that, and then it actually like then the game goes through those transitions. But that's not that hard. It's also not that urgent, which is I think the other reason that I've not done it yet. Environment gifts. This might be a good one because I do really want it. Like it's kind of something that's missing already. Oh, yeah, I can restart the script soon, so I'm gonna take out the meta cheat. Uh, just because I'm really quite certain that it's fixed now. Okay. Excuse me. Mhm. Yeah, environment gifts. Environment gifts pertain to. There are only two situations, both of them involving the river, actually, that I need environment gifts for. Um, at the river. Oh yeah. Oh, part of the reason that I haven't done environment gifts yet is that I hadn't fully decided how I wanted to do them yet. I haven't specifically. I haven't decided yet if I want to animate just like. So one thing I was thinking is that I could just like take a small patch of the environment and just like animate a small patch of the environment. Although technically that would actually do more draw calling. Like that would actually be more taxing on Pygame than if I actually just like used literally like the entire background as like fully animated. Like literally just have like multiple frames of the entire background and just like do it that way instead. Um, Snappy, wow, that is very sweet of you to say. I I really appreciate that. I yeah, I to be honest, like even if no one liked the stream, I'd probably still stream because like I don't have any reason not to stream. Like I I actually I stay like more on task when I'm streaming than if I try and work while not streaming. So but I do really appreciate that you actually like it. So maybe there is actually a reason for me to be doing this beyond just my own poor attention span. Uh, um, yeah. So the two places that oh yeah, wait, I haven't restarted the script yet. So save this. Start the script. Um, yeah, the two places that I actually want to use these environment GIFs, or that I actually want to animate the background, they both have to do with the river because they both have to do with the water. Um, so yeah, let's look at the river, or let's look at the first one is the cave transition to river. In the mid ground, yeah, there's a waterfall, and right now the waterfall is just completely like still. It doesn't animate at all because it can't because the backgrounds don't actually animate at all. So when you pass the waterfall, it literally just looks like this the whole time. So yeah, so one thing I'll want to do is animate not just the waterfall, but also these little ripples on the these little ripples down here, just so that like, because like that this would be animated, right? Like it wouldn't be like frozen in place. It would actually, you'd actually see like this water moving a little bit. It wouldn't be like dramatic. It would just be it'd be pretty subtle. And so okay, so that's the first instance, and then the other one is the uh, the river transition to village, because in the river transition to village in the near ground, yeah, there's this watermill, and so what you'd actually be seeing here, it looks like it's kind of like floating in space, but what you'd actually be seeing here is that there'd be water flowing into the watermill, but the watermill doesn't rotate because again, it can't rotate because the backgrounds don't animate. Um, so those are the only two places that I really specifically want to like add this, but then it could be nice just in general to have like the option of like having a little bit extra like I could do other things with it if I wanted to. Like I could have the grass and the river sway. I could have no, that's pretty much it. I could actually put the snow back in the ooh, huh. I could actually put the snow back in the snowy forest just by animating the background. If I wanted to. I mean, that would be a different direction. That would be like kind of like At that point, I'd basically be saying like, no, I'm not doing the environment features. Um, although, huh? Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting to think about because I could basically like now that I think about it, I could kind of bring back the sorry, my face. I could actually kind of bring back the old snow system. Um, if I wanted to, and I could make it. I could bring back the old snow system, and I could even make it so that like the snow wasn't there all the time. So like the snow feature wouldn't be like completely modular because like I don't know. It wouldn't work the way I was picturing it. Like the way I was picturing it is that like snow could like happen at like basically any time. It could like start rolling in like in the like let's say we're walking across the river, right? Or like we're walking next to the river, and then all of a sudden it could start raining like at the river like spontaneously. So I'm just gonna bump up the process priority, so it's a little less hitchy. Okay, and then yeah, so that wouldn't I wouldn't be able to do that just by using environment gifs, or I could, but it'd be like seriously complex, and I don't know if I necessarily want to do that. Um, I mean, I might. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, no, maybe I do want to do it that way. Okay, so this is interesting. So yeah, so I think I'll almost certainly be doing the. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so the trade off because Pygame can only draw so much so fast, the trade off would be memory. What I'd be doing is yeah, so basically like even though all I need to animate is this little windmill thing or this watermill thing, um it would technically take longer to like draw the entire thing and then draw the watermill separately. So it would actually be quicker to at launch, like when we first start the title, or like even like you could even like cook these assets and like save them out as separate like as assets. Save like different copies of like this entire image, this whole image with like the little watermill in the various stages of animation, and that way uh, we could, instead of drawing in the watermill separately from everything else, we just draw the whole thing. We just cycle through the various frames of animation of this background, and I don't know. It feels weird to do things this way. This isn't like the way that my instincts like tell me to do things, but this is I don't know. It seems to be like the right direction for Pygame, so whatever. um, so I guess like one of the first steps would actually be to like draw in the animation. Um, that'd be kind of an important step. I think I'll do the waterfall first. So backgrounds, cave, transition, river. So let's what was it? It was the midground. Let's edit this. Um, so I'm just like sliding this around. Do getting the position in place. Okay. 4:30 a.m. Oh man, that is ambitious. Yeah, it's great to see you, Snap You Out. I do, I'll do I sometimes will stream earlier in the day, so I this won't be the only opportunity to catch the stream. But thank you for hanging in there, and yeah, I hope to see you again sometime soon. Um, All right, so I mean, I guess technically I want to save this several times over, right? We'll have midground. I actually might keep midground and then make midground like 1, 2, and 3. Uh, so midground. So yeah, I was thinking like it should be midground 0, and then it should be midground 1, 2, and 3, like midground 0, 1, 2, and 3. But I think I'm actually not going to do it that way. I'm just gonna save it as midground and then add in the 1, 2, and 3. Um, and so the way so like the what I'll do so okay so basically like environment layers will have like will potentially be animated now, and then we'll do it basically like the what we do with like bonuses and like for equipment and stuff like that, is that like each of these items will get flagged as either animated or not animated, and they'll get flagged as animated or not animated based on whether these other layers of animation exist, and then when they're rendered, they'll like the frame will get chosen based on whether they're animated or not. So all right, let's file open all of these things. Open. Okay, so this doesn't have to be a dramatic animation or anything. In fact, like I could probably get away with like 2 frames of animation, but we'll just use all 3, oh, all 4. So yeah, it can be pretty. Like there doesn't have to be like any specific like rhyme or reason to it. It's basically just like, there are these like there are these like lighter lines that indicate the 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 rippling of the water as it like falls over the waterfall. Do-do-do. So I'm just like getting rid of the ones that were there, and then I'll just draw in new ones, because like it's supposed to be, I mean, waterfalls like fall pretty fast, so it's not like you actually like see these lines like traverse the waterfall. It's just that like you basically you just see that there is movement uh, on the surface. So like, but yeah, I guess the top line of the waterfall itself can change as well. So like, can burble and gurgle and all that good stuff. So hey, look, I'm working on art stuff. So if anyone has questions, I can answer your questions probably pretty good, since I'm not using. I don't really have much else to say when I'm working on art. Except, hey, look at this line. Look at this line. Alright, so look at all these lines. Oh, some of that came out a little samey, but I don't care. So yeah, so once again, let's just wipe out this like lower part. Oh, the ripples on the water, those ones I might actually animate. Like those ones I might have the ripples like actually like progressing gradually outwards. Because that actually kind of makes sense and how that animation would work. But yeah, most of it's just like pretty haphazard and like, hey, look at this stuff. Look at it go. Alright, so there's the first frame animation, there's second frame animation. Alright, so yeah, so now so those are fun. Enough for the ripples. Thank you to whoever just tweeted about the stream. I appreciate that. Snappy Wow. Thank you. That was you, right? I think, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, I used to like not check notifications and stuff like while I was streaming. But I don't know. I started, and no, I really appreciate when people help like get the word out about the stream, because like I mean like the only people I can reach are the people who already know about the stream, right? Because like if people follow my Twitter account, then clearly they've heard of the stream before. So I really appreciate it when other people are willing to help spread the word, because like I yeah, I don't know. I want to be a help, like I stream because I want to be a helpful person, and I can only be helpful if people know that the stream actually exists. And doo-doo-doo. I'm doing art and I don't actually have things to say, so I'm probably gonna start rambling about stuff. It's like basically just a matter of time. Um, all right, so the interesting thing about this animation is that like the ripples are not going to move like super fast. So like the ripples have to like become the other ripples. Like over like yeah, I should be planning this out, because like so like actually hold on, for one thing, let's just like standardize this distance. So 337 uh 337 let's zoom all of these to 337 uh just so I can kind of like click between frames and like get like kind of a solid sense of like how the animation is playing out. 337. I mean, I'm not gonna have it perfectly like lined up laterally, but if it's at least the same size, it will be, there'll be some degree to which I can kind of like. All right, so far, so we have like that ripple line like moving out a bit, and then I mean, it's not perfect yet, but yeah, we're getting there. Like for example, I should be going further out like this. All right. Yeah. So the other thing is like I should be planning this out, because like so on the first frame it moves out a little bit. On the next frame it moves out like a little bit further. Like it moves out to like here. Because then on this frame it moves out to like here. Because then on the last frame, like what was originally this inside ripple becomes like this outside ripple. So yeah, I guess this is fine for now. Okay, so yeah, let's just go with that, I guess. Oops, not eraser tool. I think when I did these, like when I put this art together in the first place, I tend to work on like multiple layers. So like this highlighting stuff, I would tend to draw on like a separate layer. And actually, I might want to. It might be easier to actually do that. Just because, I don't know, in order to draw it and erase it real quick. Yeah, that might actually be easier. I think I'm gonna draw on a separate layer. That way I can use the brush and the eraser tool instead of having to, wait, what? Oh, sample from the wrong layer. Sample from image. There we go. Alright, so, yeah, so basically, like, yeah, so this ripple by the last frame is going to become like this little ripple here, and so I guess it should be like, thinning out in the middle, because like it kind of like disappears in the middle, and then staying like a little bit thicker around the edges, or like not super thick, but like staying prominent here, so that we can see how this ripple becomes that ripple. How is it in the previous frame animation? Hold on, I should try and line these up at least a little bit better. Actually, here, hold on, let me move this around, because we're not using this upper corner. We're not using this space at all. Okay, so let's try and line it up a little bit. Oops. Hold on. It'd be nice if this was like actually lined up. That would be pretty ideal if this was like actually lined up. but whatever, I'll do what I can. Oh wait, here, I should just line it up by like the edge of the screen. So it lines up like right on that crux. So like basically just miss exactly like that, basically. So we just miss exactly like that, and we just miss exactly like that. Alright, so that should be relatively lined up. Oh, that's pretty lined up, yeah. Oh, this one's slightly off, but the others were pretty lined up. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Alright, cool. Now we can flip between, yeah, so we can kind of like see how the animation, so was it like Alt 1, 2, nope, yeah, Alt 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can kind of like, alright, we'll be able to preview the animation a little bit, which will be helpful. Okay, and then, yeah, so on this one, let's add a new layer. And for this one, we'll have like it'll almost basically be like this inner line will basically almost be the outer line. Uh, do, 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 do. And doop. So then down on this layer, let's get rid of these. Whoops, not the eraser tool. Let's get rid of these, because that's done. Well, not really, but I'm just getting rid of it so that I can, so it's a little clearer, a little more distinguished. Okay, and then oh yeah, so also this isn't going to be quite like this. It is actually, this is going to be, there is going to be a little bit of this. It's because this is the last frame animation. So actually, I won't get rid of this completely, because there actually is going to be a little bit of this new line visible. It's only going to be like very subtle, but it will, there will be a little bit of it like creeping in. Shoot, I zoomed. I guess that was inevitable. I just instinctively, I was like, oh, fine line work, I should zoom. Now it's like slightly offset. Yeah, there we go. It's not quite right again, but it's close enough. I don't care. Close enough. Alright, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so now what we have is, oops, I should just close this one because I keep accidentally flipping to it. We just have like, that, a little bit of animation on that inner line. Oops, I was flipping through the wrong ones. So yeah, so like, I don't know, we're starting to see like, I mean, I haven't, I've only, it has a long way to go, but we're seeing a little bit of like the water actually like moving and not just like staying as like completely like still. Okay, so hold on, let's get the, I'm gonna get the top of the waterfall flowing before I continue doing like the little lines of the lines of the ripples of the water. So for starters, let's go in and like squash all this stuff. Just get it like fresh and clean. And I could use a bigger brush for this so it doesn't take forever. Alright, so this is like basically the blank canvas on which we will be drawing the water. And let's do that over here too. And yeah, like I said, I'm gonna keep running out of things to say while I'm working on art, because that's just how I work. I be saying thing, and then short time later I stop be saying thing, and I just kind of zone out. So yeah, questions, very much welcome. It doesn't even have to be about game dev. I'll make that exception. Like, usually I try and keep the topic about game dev, but because I'm working on art and I'm probably not going to be 100% successful in like keeping the topic buoyant on my own. I'll make an exception and let me know. I'm not saying like I'll answer literally any question, but we can have a little bit of a departure if there are any burning questions that people have. Otherwise, I'll probably just end up talking about like biking or how like my eyes feel weird right now. I think I'm really not used. All right, it's gonna be how my eyes feel weird right now. I think I'm not used to streaming later in the evenings because like my eyes are doing like the heavy lidded thing. Like I think I'm technically like kind of tired right now. I mean I wouldn't be going to bed now. Like if I wasn't streaming right now, I'd still be awake, but like I'd be like doing like less active things, and so it hadn't really occurred to me that like yeah I'm gonna feel like a little bit. I'm gonna be feeling like a little bit of that now that I'm working later. So it's like it's new. It's like a new thing. Getting in the habit. It's a new experience. So it's something that I want to be doing. Like I want my hour. I think like the hours that I'll be working in the near future will make a lot more sense. But yeah, it's just because something is intellectually correct doesn't mean like just because like you know something intellectually doesn't mean you can actually like do it, right? Like oh yeah, my friend sent. I was like, wait, where did I hear that notion recently? My friend sent me a video of like someone made a bike that the handlebars are backwards. So if you steer left, it goes right. If you steer right, it goes left. And like it's just like you can so in the video like they this person like told like they would tell this person would tell people like, hey, here's how you use this bike. It's backwards, right? And the person would get on the bike, but like it's so instinctual like how you steer a bike that like the people would get on the bike and they would immediately like it was basically like impossible to actually like ride. So like these people would be like just like completely flummoxed. And yeah, no, it's just kind of funny how something as simple as like instead of left do right, instead of right do left. Like your brain just like some of that stuff is like just so it's not that like it's not that when that goes through your head like it's because of it's not because you're like literally thinking in those like logical terms. It's just because like that's how your muscle memory works and like that's how your motor skills work. And so oops, I'm drawing on the background. I'm meant to be drawing up here. I'm just gonna redo some of these lines on the correct layer so that they're easier to tune and tweak and stuff. Okay. Not all of them. That's fine. So yeah. Why did I? Oh yeah, right. So yeah. So unlike riding a bike with the handlebars backwards, I actually want to I want to get better at like streaming during like better hours. So it's like this heavy lidded thing that I've got going on right now. Like I'm not gonna stream for like ever. I'm gonna stream for a little while longer. I've only been streaming for like 3 hours. I only put in like 3 hours and like not even 3.5 hours yet so far today. So I try and do 8 hours a day. So the biking thing, I can't take my laptop with me and stream and work on game dev and bike all at the same time. So I'm gonna have to I don't know. So the good news is the thing that like the replacement part that I need for my exercise device is that like it's already been shipped and it's like it should be coming in soon. So it shouldn't be much longer before I can exercise like a normal like not like a normal person, but like how I normally would exercise, which is actually to say not at all like a normal person. But yeah, okay. Yeah. So okay, so I don't know. This isn't perfect, but like so now for the actual like waterfall part of the waterfall animation, then like it'll just be like flowing water kind of And then so yeah, so now we have to do the lines. I might clean that up a little bit because like some of the frames of animation. Actually, this last one looks especially janky. I just made it like too streaky. I wasn't thinking at all about the actual like dimensionality of like the water. I was just like oh, I'll make streaky lines. Oh, do do do. It's like what did it actually be like? It'd actually be like I don't know. Uh, I don't know. That might be better. So like yeah. So that's just like flowing water, right? And then oh, sorry, I accidentally put in like an animation, an unintended like aspect of animation, just over here, like this line. It looked like it was trying to be like animated in a way that I wasn't necessarily trying to animate it. So wait, hold on, it's still kind of it's weird. Like I was like this I didn't do it intentionally, but like just the random lines that I drew like made it look like I was trying to like animate it a certain way, kind of. Even still between these two frames, like it just looks weird. So, oh, I drew that on the background layer. Okay, so whatever. Actually, wait, hold on. Undo that. I'm gonna change it on this layer instead. And then I can bring back some of what. Oh, whoops. Oh, it wasn't on this layer. Oh, that's weird. Whatever. I don't care. This is fine. Okay. Right. So the ripples. So far I did that one inner ripple basically. So now I just have to do the outer ripples too. So here's the original frame of animation. So in this frame of animation, we can I'm gonna add in a new layer. So the new ripple. So this ripple here will have moved out a little bit, right? So so over here it'll moved out. Over here it'll have moved out a little bit. Over here it'll move out a little bit too. So I'm going to go back down to the background layer, get rid of that, and yeah, so we'll just like, yeah, basically keep the same shape and everything, because this ripple now that we're drawing here is going to become this like outer ripple eventually. It's just going to, kind of like the inner ripple gradually becomes this ripple will gradually become the outer ripple, so it'll be like, there'll only be like, there's only going to be like the 4 frames of animation, right? Wait, hold on, but, oh, I didn't get rid of that from the lower layer. There's only going to be like the 4 frames of animation, but like, these ripples, like, kind of have a connectedness, so that like, they kind of loop through like the bigger animation, or like they kind of like stitch together to make like a kind of like a longer animation within what is still a relatively small animation. So how's that look? Not good, especially here. I just like completely changed the shape of it. That should be a little bit better. Got a little bit big, which is a little bit weird, but it's easy enough to fix too. Alright, yeah, it's a little bit better. Oh, except on this side, it's not good at all. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty good. And then I'll do the outer layer like last. I'm gonna do them like layer by layer. Okay, so on this one, the it'll come out to like it'll be out to like here, basically. Yeah, and then over here it'll be out to like here, basically. Uh, so let's okay, so let's go down to the background layer and get rid of this. I think that little pit will just have like disappeared entirely by this point. Do do do. Okay, and then yeah, back up to this layer. Let's get this. Whoops. Let's get this shape right. It's a very narrow shape. It's like a very thin line. At this point, it like I don't know, because like the ripples, like they're coming from like the tumult of like the waterfall itself, but then like as they move further out, like you know the water here is mostly like a basin. It's mostly still. It's just agitated by the waterfall itself, and then you know it becomes a little more peaceful, a little less disturbed as it moves further away from the waterfall. All right, so I think I might extend this a little bit further out. Just got a little short, a little fast. All right, cool. So then in the last frame animation, for this layer, then it'll so the it'll come like basically almost have taken over like the initial position of the outer edge. So put that in, and then let's go down to the background layer and let's hide this this outer ring here. So we've almost taken over, but we're not there quite yet. So so oops yeah, there's like literally nothing going through my head right now except like, is this shape the shape? Is this shape the shape? Is this shape the shape? Make the shape the shape. Keep making shapes until shape is shape that I want. And then that's pretty much all that's going through my head right now. So, is this shape the shape? Is this shape the shape? No. Alright, so yeah, how does that look? That doesn't look quite right. It gets too thin and like wonky over here. It's supposed to be a little bit thicker, a little less wonky. It's a little too thick here. I think this is looking pretty good so far. Oh no, it's not coming out far enough actually. Should be out further like this, I think. No, that's too far. Or it's like, it's not pointing in the right direction or something. I don't know, there's something like slightly off about the animation. Oh, I brought it up too high. I'm probably being a little picky here. It's not like this is like a top class animation or anything, so I probably don't need to make it, like spend quite as much time stressing over what it is. Okay, on this side it's a little too it's just too thick. It's just too much of it. Just too muchery. Oh, uh, huh. It's actually the way. I should probably fix it here because like this animation was the original animation. And it was just like a little bit sloppy. Like the I don't know, the shape of this line was like a little bit just like kind of like mashed in there and didn't really make sense. So I'm just gonna actually change that instead. I think I brought it out a little too far here. Like when I narrowed it down, I narrowed it from the inside, and oops, I narrowed it from the inside, and that ended up pushing it too far out. So I'm just gonna bring it back a little bit. Oops, too far. And yeah, there we go, something like that. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Although I messed up the shape a little bit. That should really be fine. Alright, so we're almost there. Now I just have to finish animating that outside layer. And we're basically there. So, this is correct here. And then, so it's basically going to start disappearing. So this is the layer where it's correct. In this layer, it's going to move out and just like basically, it's just going to move out a little bit and become like even fainter and like even more disappeared. So it's going to be like very, very faint, very narrow at this point. Like, yeah. Like basically, like almost none of it will be left. It's like that. And so then on the background layer, we can get rid of this. And then, yeah, same deal over on this side. It'll just like come out a little bit further and get a little bit fainter. You can also kind of slow down a little bit, hypothetically, although that's not super important to render. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter which layer I draw this on because I'm about to merge these layers anyways, but yeah. Okay, and then so on this layer, it's even more so. So like, so it's even like, even further out, and then like at this point it's like really faint. It's like really like just like a trace of like almost nothing. Like just that basically. And then alright, so on the background layer we can get rid of that. And then over here, same deal. Actually, yeah, on the background layer, I'm even just gonna get rid of that. I'm just gonna say that that's just gone completely. And then for this other one, you know, it'll just be like, again, it'll just be like a very faint little like a little wisp of maybe a little bit more than that. Like just very, very subtle, very. It's not the right shape, but like. Oops. Wobble. I can do this. We can do this. We can get through this together. Alright, yeah, something like that, and then that'll basically be the last of it. And the last frame, yeah, it's just gone completely. Okay. Alright, so yeah, let's see how this looks. It's like, oops, I forgot to erase this one from this layer. Yeah, alright, so, yeah, there we go. Look, it's our waterfall animation. Hey, look at that. Look at waterfall animation. Yay. I think that's fine. I mean, there are like little things that I could touch up, but for broad strokes, like this is pretty much what I was going for. So let's smush these together. Smush these layers together. Save it up. Smoosh. You'll smoosh and save. Do. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't think I changed this one. Oh no, I might have tweaked it a little bit. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I did tweak it a little bit. All right. So yeah. So now, so now when we load in the environment layers, where does that happen? Oh, that happens when we load in the environments. Layer, not players. BG layer, yeah. Yeah, right, okay, so self, use BG layer, and then, okay. Okay. Yeah, so let's change this, because this is like what's changing. So we'll say, for like li in fg, fg ng mg bg, we'll say oh yeah, wait, self.layers. Wait a second. Self.layers? Oh yeah, layers index. Okay. Yes. Equals. Oh, the ping. Yeah. Okay, the ping. Okay, so yeah, so for the BG layers, ping is not a surface anymore. It's a list of surfaces. Hypothetically, just a list of one surface, but yeah. So we'll say, so for everything in this list, we'll say, like self.layers index li li.ping index 0 equals pygame.image.load bgs plus li plus excuse me. Oh yeah. So we don't just do this for the layers themselves. We do this for the oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so BG layers have to have a value. Oh, animated. What? How do they already have this value? Oh, right. Yeah. They already have the value animated because duh, the village. I forgot. I already do have one animated background layer. It's the oh, so ping dot extend? Wait, really? That was like working already? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, in this case I was just manually changing. Okay. So I guess I guess I didn't really have to change how, like, I didn't have to change, oh yeah, I didn't have to change ping to be a list, because actually, though, if I do that, though, then... No, yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, no, I guess it doesn't really matter which way I do it. For consistency, I'm gonna do it this way. So, no, you know what? No, I guess it does technically make more sense to do it the other way. Nah, I'll do it this way. So let's say self.ping equals actually, I guess I don't really have to initialize it to like be like that or anything. No, no, whatever. I don't care. Whatever. All right. So right. So when we're loading this in, we'll say we'll load that in, and that's fine. The next thing we'll say is if os.path.exists, bg's in name, all this good stuff, except like with the one.png, then we'll say self.layers.indexli.animated equals true. And then we'll load in the other. So then we'll say self.layers.ping.extend. Pygame image load. For 1, 2, and 3. So 1.png, 2.png, 3.png. So we only check if the first one exists, because I'm just going to keep it that like if any of the additional animation frames exist, then they all also exist. So yeah, save that, and then. So I'm already handling like animation on frames. That's kind of neat, I guess. Kind of. Okay, so. Right, so I don't have to do this stuff because I'm already handling it. Oh yeah, so I'm not. I need to do this though for not just for the layers themselves, because actually we don't actually have any of these yet. What we need to do this for is the transition pieces. So yes. So oh, okay. Oh, layer list. Is that? Huh. Uh. Okay. Um. Okay. Uh. Yeah. Okay. So we do that part. So then we do is if os dot path dot exist fname plus 1 dot png. I forgot I had animated environment layers, so I should probably like unify the naming conventions here, because I definitely use different naming conventions for these ones. But yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I also just have to kind of change how this works. Kind of. No, not really. It's actually kind of fine how it is. Actually, I'll just change this real quick right now. So ping index 0 equals pygame image.load. Because right, this is already a list now. And I'm going to call it like just mid near ground. I'm going to switch to the naming convention that I picked up here rather than the one that I had established already. I don't know. I just feel like it makes more sense. So now let's actually name those files again. So that was what was that? That was village mid near ground. So mid near ground is now mid near ground, and then mid near ground 1 is like that. Mid near ground 2 is like that. Mid near ground 3 is like that. And then, so do I have to change river? Yeah, because mid near ground. Yeah, this is why I didn't think it made sense. Is because since this one's not animated, it shouldn't have the 0 suffix. So, okay. Yeah, cool. And then I think that should still work. I might have broken it. I'll test that before I call it done. So let's do what then? Right, let's finish this up. So if OSPath exists, one PNG, then we'll say self dot transitions EILI oh. Wait a second. Transitions EILI equals Pygame image load. Oh. 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 Yeah. The transition pieces are not entire layers unto themselves. What is the transitions? Transition for it's just the art pieces. So yeah, I need to keep track of how the transitions are animated. Since they're not layers unto themselves, then they don't have that like animated value. But they need it, so that's weird. Okay, so yeah, how do I want to track this data? I guess we'll say so self.transitions equals yeah, I'll just make it like a pair of datas. Wait, but then how oh, weird. Yeah, no, making it a pair of data doesn't make sense. I'll just make it a list, and instead of having an animated value, I'll just check the length of the list to see if it's animated. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so anyways, self.transitions, EILI.extend, extend it by this 3 times over. Oops. One dot ping, 2 dot ping, 3 dot ping, and then yeah. Whoa, what happened to the game? Seems pretty frozen. That's weird. I'm just gonna ignore that for now. Just pretend that's not happening. No, but seriously, what the heck? Did it hit like not responding? Really? Did we hit like a hang or something? I'd be a little surprised. No clue. We'll see how that plays out. It used to be the case that every now and again, yeah, it would freeze and then it would just like start working again a short time later. I've never actually found like a bug that would cause that. I've I've always just been left to assume that it was my computer just like forgetting to like allow it to process like a proper program. Did I set the priority higher? I did. Weird. I really don't know what that's about. Uh, anyways, I won't worry about it right now. Okay, so yeah, so now we changed a few things. We need to so when we're rendering layers, we have to index them appropriately, and we have to check for the animated values appropriately, and so on and so forth. So let's go down to the place where we do that. I think we made like a special function for like blit environment layer. Yeah. Right. So ping. Yeah. So the places here where we're referencing .ping. This is where we have to check. We have to check for transition. Yeah. Okay. So ping and transition. Those are the two things that we have to really look for. So yeah, so in each of these cases we have to say, so like if oh, wait, this goes by layer. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's actually kind of helpful. So we can say like oh. Yeah, we do have to change blit environment layer because we need to know the animation index now when we're blitting the layer. The animation index being what is the animation index? Animation index is like AI? No, animi. We have to send animi in as one of the terms for all this stuff. Okay, so yeah, so when we're blitting the environment layers, environment break, environment resume, environment phase, environment graphics, background. I'll just put it here. Anim, and then here as well, and finally here as well. Okay. Where's this 5710 business? Oh yeah, that's the phase stuff. Okay, and so alright, so now we have animi. So let's go to our definition of environment layers, and it was after the layer before the phase low. Okay, so now we say so a underscore I equals 0, but then if anim, or no, if what is it, env next? Oh, env next versus env. Okay. Huh. Yeah, never mind. I'll just do it on a case by case basis. So, yeah. I do still need to know animi, but we'll just say, okay, so we'll say if these are all mutually exclusive. We only ever blit one of these, so alright, so if So this goes by env next layer ping. So if env next layer what? If env next layer dot animated, then we will blit ping index